What's going on today? I'm very, very excited. I'm stoked. I'm fucking stoked. And do you know why? Because we have today Steins, new to Steam. I've been fucking wanting to play it for, well, a couple days now. It's only been out for a couple days, but Raisin found it and it was super, super exciting. It's like Danganronpa with time travel and maybe a little less killing, but I'm not really even convinced of that yet. But, you know, once again, I'm pretty much going to go into this totally blind, which is always a great idea, because then I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm going to learn just as much as you guys will, so give me just a minute here. And we'll go on and get everything adjusted and working, which is always great. The music is completely different, on the other hand, though. See a lot of piano recitals playing this song. Everyone take notes. I'm sitting here listening to it for a minute, so it's starting to sink in. Since this is what... There we go. Fabulous. Always love it. Nope, nope, nope. Righto! Right there. Alright, so let's see here. There we go. Fabulous. So figuring... Okay, so... I work with... What? Alright, so let's see.
Turn it on.
Oh. And figure.
You're trying to hear the sound, but
whoops. That's not what we were trying to do. Alright, so we'll figure this out as we go. Everything is coincidence, but even coincidence is part of fate's design. I'm not losing it. I'm perfectly sane. What I speak now is the absolute truth, not some childish fantasy. So is it voice acted only in Japanese? No matter how trivial something may seem, it has the potential to shape the future. Have you heard of the butterfly effect? Well, of course! If not, look it up. No, we've never played that before. Then you'll understand how careful you must be. Unfortunately, I didn't understand. If only I had realized how dangerous my actions were, then I wouldn't have lost her. Oh, that's always good. The future wouldn't have turned out like this. Let's do it! How could I have known? How could I have known that by pressing that button, I would decide the fate of all mankind? Well, shit. The average human perceives just 1% of the environment. We're not nearly as clever as we like to think. We go about our lives oblivious to a million different things that happen around us every day. Even when something catches our eye, our brain forgets it a moment later. I want to tell me back then, don't do anything careless. Don't do anything rash. Don't pretend you didn't see that. Pay more attention. The hand of conspiracy was always closer than you thought. Just waiting for the right moment to strike. Oh shit, dude. What? I think we have most definitely fucked up something. I would agree with you, sir. The universe has a beginning, but it has no end. Stars to have a beginning, but are by their own power destroyed, so... I'm still going to keep up with all of this. Okay. History teaches that those who hold wisdom are often the most foolish. The fish in the sea know not the land. If they...
Turn the volume up and you just say...
They do hold wisdom. And for fish to live ashore. This may also be called God's final warning to those who rebel. Well, yeah, like we have definitely... that doesn't sound good. That just doesn't sound good. Hey, what are you mumbling about? Okay. There's no sound from the phone against my right ear, only silence. I am baking in the summer sun. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and drips onto the asphalt. Ocarin! Earth to Ocarin! A girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. We are about to infiltrate deep into the enemy territory, yet despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension on her innocent, childlike features. Well, at least we know she's been the positive! Right? I covered my phone's mouthpiece and turned to the girl with an index finger to my lips. You talking to someone? I nodded and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged. No, I was just talking to someone. Everything is fine. I'm about to infiltrate the assembly hall. You can count one hand in the... Wow, what was that? Who's world aware of the true nature? In any case, we should begin the infiltration. I advanced towards Radican, which is just across the street from the train station. Oh, good deal. I don't know where that jump went from. That was great. Of course, this is the enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. But I only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest. Oh, was that one on the phone? The girl, Sheena Mayuri, immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here, and she isn't even short of breath. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Who would have thought that an 8-story building would be so tall? I turned to Mayuri, who was wiping the sweat off my brow. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Oh, wow! Thanks, Ocarin! What? What? Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. As always, she is quick to understand my position. Oh, okay! We've known each other since we were both little. Mayuri is 17, 2 years younger than me, so she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. You're 17?! And we're perpetually 12! I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabaki's Time Machine Press Conference? Fabulous. Ocarin! Mayuri insists on calling me Ocarin, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't call me Ocarin. Huh? But I've always called you. That was then. I have since become, Honunin Hyoma, the insane mad scientist hunted by secret organizations the world over. Mwahaha! I get to make that noise. It says right there, mwahaha. See, you did it. See? But that's too hard to remember. In any case, Honunin Hyoma is my true name. And besides, it doesn't even sound like Okabe Renaro. You're weird. Cease, you foolish laughter. Okabe Rentanaro may be my real name, but I've rejected it, and it is stupid. And so I also hate the diverted Ocarin. Come on, it sounds like that elf boy's blue pipe thing. The ocarina? Really? So, Ocarin, can I ask you something? In one ear and out the other. What did I do? I did nothing, sir. I did nothing. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up. What are we doing here? Wait, you followed me here without knowing why? Yep. She nods without dropping her smile. We're here for Dr. Nakabichi's press conference. We're standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Radican. It is here that the conference will be held. Oh, that shit, I know, right? Dr. Nakabichi's is an inventor. He appears on TV, but from time to time he has a few patients under his belt, but mostly he is treated as a curiosity. Press conference? But where are the reporters? Mayuri's right. Airwolf! Hello, stranger! How are you? Yep, judging you. Always beast. I've scanned the entire hall, but there's no one who looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. Considering Nakabichi's moderate media presence and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more. Could this be the organization's working its twisted influence? I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabichi's was like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organization. But this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemy won't miss this chance. I prefer not to get wrapped up in this mess. It has been a while. How have you been? Well, I hope. Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders my utterance for a while before finally turning her head. You wrapped something? You wrapped something? Is it his birthday too? I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. She's always been special. Right, that's what we'll call it. Keep your guard up, Mayuri. I suspect this won't be a normal con. Con. Gotta go, but I'll be back. Okay, well, editing time's good. Thanks for stopping in. I didn't even finish my sentence. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? I hope not. That's why I'm here blowing 40 dudes in this dingy alleyway. Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. This is shit's going down music. We're definitely under attack. It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. All that's above is the roof. Well, shit. Hey, Goku! What the hell's up? An earthquake? Is it magnitude 2? What does magnitude 2 mean again? There's always earthquakes. No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs in my way. The door is open. Upon closer inspection, I realize that the lock has been broken. I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of... wow. So yeah, some kind of phosphorus dust sparkling in the air. An explosion? I can't believe it! Was there really an explosion? My heart is racing. Damn, I don't know what to do. Should I run away? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? What the... why is there a bunch of sparkly things? A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall, and looks kind of like a satellite. Did that thing cause the shaking just now? Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabichi? Is this part of the presentation? Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get it up here? My head is bursting with questions. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff burst onto the rooftop. They look just as confused as I am. Please stay back, everybody! And then a woman, who I assumed is a staff member, appears to wave us back. The press conference will proceed as scheduled. Right, or a nuclear warhead. I'm amazed somebody's playing this game. I was excited to play this game. Is she trying to hide something? Her response was unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that device. I've got a nose for conspiracies, and this stinks of a cover-up. What are they hiding? What was the explosion? I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turned and leave, but not because I'm scared or anything like that. Right, good talk. Staff members lead us all back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not even in the event hall either. I find her on the 7th floor. Well, why did you go there? Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to the plate reading Birthplace of the Japanese PC. She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief and then take out my phone. It's me. I've got a bad feeling about this. Something's happening and I have no idea what it is. Yeah, I know, don't worry. I won't do anything to jeopardize the mission. Elsai Kongru? Like, kangaroo? Kongru? Wow. After I speak the words and hang up, I am able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. My sweat is cold. Half of me hopes something will happen. The other half fears the same thing. I put away my phone and look back at Mayuri. She's still staring at those capsule toys. She doesn't even seem to worry about the explosion at all. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded. What are you doing? Aw, I was really liking that music. Well, I really want an Upa. Just as I thought. Mario points to a capsule machine. The sign on the front reads Rainet Kaioku 3D Character Doll Set. Rainet Kaioku is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Rainet Access Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Upa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out, some kind of deformed dog. So it's kind of like Pokemon. It's what they call an ugly cute character. Oh, she's like a meth head for that thing. Yeah, so it's like Pokemon. Gotcha. High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was all the rage. His name escapes me, though. Then go for it. I can't guarantee you'll get an Upa, though. Mayu gives me a troubled smile. But Mayushi's all out of 100 yen coins. Mayushi is what Mayu calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end. Mayushi star. Well, good on you. But who really cares? So, can I borrow 100 yen, please? So it's little pet shop toys. Yeah, but okay, gotcha. She holds her hands out with a look like a begging puppy. Looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. Well, at least she didn't say gimme. Do you think it's that easy, Mayu? You'll get no money from me. Instead, I'll show you just how harsh life really is. Well, that sucks! I pull out 100 yen coins, set it into the machine slot, and spin the lever. Yeah. Ah! I open the capsule and take out the contents. Mayu leans forward eagerly to see what I got. It's an Upa, and it's metal! A metal Upa! Is it rare? Super rare! Oh, that sucks. While I examine the metal Upa, a boy who was watching us tries to luck out on the same Rainet machine. A normal Upa. He looks up at my metal Upa in resentment. I turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed on the Upa. Hey, high school girl, you're acting like a little kid. I give her this creature of metal to you, Mayuri. Honestly, I don't want it. Really? Are you sure? Right, the name's Hounin Koyuma. Koyuma. It's gotta be Koyuma. Thank you, Okurin. It's not Okurin. Makes me think of Zelda. Is she doing it on purpose? We're the ultimate high school lucky student again! Exactly! Thank you for coming to Dr. Navichi's Time Machine press conference. I don't know. I hear the announcement from the floor above. Sounds like they're starting. So we better get moving. Head to the stairs, but Mario doesn't follow. What the fuck? Come on. Let's go, Mario. Just a sec, I gotta write my name. She's preoccupied with the metal upa. I go on ahead. Without further ado, I am pleased to introduce the inventor, Dr. Nakabichi. Please welcome him with a big round of applause, all 10 of you. Dr. Nakabichi enters to spare applause. He walks up to the podium. He's already wearing a frown. For some reason, I can feel his irritation from here. I am Dr. Nakabichi. Thank you all for coming. Nakabichi takes the microphone and begins to speak, his voice brimming with confidence. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin with my theory of time travel, the greatest scientific breakthrough of the century. Did he really build a time machine? Mairyu appears after writing her name on the metal upa. She's a bit late, in more ways than one. What did she think a time machine presentation would be about? I take another look around the room. There are about 20 people now, including us, but still no media press to speak of. So, this is the extent of Dr. Nakabichi's fame. No one believes that he invented a time machine. I was interested in what he had to say, true, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And a good thing they weren't. As he proceeded to explain his time machine design, my curiosity quickly turns to a disappointment than anger. What? My roar silences Nakabichi and draws the eye of every person in the room. Do you take us for fools? Who the hell are you? Who the hell am I? Someone who knows, for you are a fraud, that's who. You stole your theory from John Teeter, and you call yourself an inventor? Someone throw this man out. You're the one we should throw out, Doctor! Have you no shame? You have no right to call yourself an inventor! Shut your mouth, you little pest! Just going down. Just then someone grabs my arm from behind. Quite convinced it's an official here to throw me out, I turn around and glare him down. Unhand me, you! Huh? Girl! Hi! It's a girl about my age. Her intense stare seems to challenge me. I take a step back. Her face looks somehow familiar. Where have I seen her before? We haven't met, but I know her face. Right. This is fantastic. Now where's the ultimate swimmer nurse and whatever Akane was? Akane was the ultimate, gymnast? Gymnast? It's Makise Kurisu? Kurisu? Right, okay. A few days ago, my friend Daru showed me a magazine article titled Girl's Genius Gives Lecture in Akinadabra. The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had just graduated from an American university. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. So she was in America. Girl genius Makise Kurisu. I recognized the stubborn-looking girl from her photograph. She's even wearing the exact same scowl. With the loop. Let's go to the loop. What business could such a genius have with me? She takes a quick look around the room, then turns back to me with a stern expression. Could you come with me for a moment? Why are they all 17? I don't know. Because everybody in Japan's either a little girl or a monster? Or a 17-year-old boy? Why are you dogging? What's with the attitude? She's obviously not staff, and there's no way that the Makise Kurisu would be working with someone like Dr. Nakabichi. Which means, no, you're with the organization. Huh? If their tendrils have gotten this far, then I've made a grave mistake. Stop fooling around and come with me. Oh, I just didn't think you would let that stop you, beast. My outburst has already attracted too much attention. Nakabichi in particular looks like he wants to rip my head off. It must just be mortifying to be exposed as a fraud by a bright young man like myself. Right. Anyway, I mustn't draw any more attention to myself. If the organization gets wind of my presence here, it could endanger Mairyu, to say nothing of these ignorant civilians. She's wearing that shit that girls wear when they wear skirts. I let Makase Kurisu lead me out of the assembly hall. Try anything and people are sure to notice. What will your superiors say then? What are you talking about? She glares at me, quite fiercely at that. Attractive though she may be, there is no innocence in her eyes. A beautiful agent, unmatched in cruelty. My heart beats in exhilaration from the danger. It looks like chaos really does get my blood pumping. It did just that, too. I just need to ask you something. What makes you think I'll answer? I know how the organization operates. What's with this organization stuff? Instead of answering, I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. I've been caught by an organization agent. Yes, it's Makase Kurisu. She's a dangerous one. No, it's fine. I'll find a way to... What now, bitch? Is it legal in Japan? I don't know. This ain't Japan. Kurisu suddenly snatches the phone from my hand. What skill? I don't have the time to react. What are you doing? Huh? Your phone's off. Right. Who were you talking to? Her eyes pierce deep into my soul. I quickly look away. She's good. Is she trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break? Recover. This isn't enough to sway me. Your techniques don't work on me, but I'll tell you anyway. That's no ordinary phone. It's designed to deactivate the moment it leaves my hand. Wahahaha! I love it. I love it. I love this game. This is too much fun. My ass, it ain't they speaking English. Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. I quickly retrieve my phone and wipe the cold sweat off my forehead. You seem to be cold sweating a lot, sir. Might get that checked out. That was close. So, you talk to yourself. This is bad. Ordinary methods don't work on Makise Kurisu, the genius girl. On the contrary, she's the one psyching me out. Damn, looks like I'll have to make a tactical retreat. If I can just find an opening. Suddenly, Kurisu stepped up to me with a sensuous expression. I was about to say, you're awfully close. She stares right at me, her huge eyes blazing with strength of will. Such fire, I can't look away. Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent? What were you trying to tell me earlier? Earlier? What are you talking about? About 15 minutes ago, before the conference started. Personal space, motherfucker! No. Nonsense. This was the first time we've met. I was with Mairyu and that Upa toy 15 minutes ago. You were trying to tell me something, right? You looked really upset. Is this a trap? It doesn't seem like one of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something that underhanded? You look like you were going to start crying any second. Why? Have we met before? She seems sincere. That makes me even more suspicious. That's right, don't let her beauty fool you. She's a cold, calculating secret agent. If I show the slightest vulnerability, I'm done for. And how do you know my name? My knowledge has no limits. I'm a mad scientist, after all. I'm a mad scientist, that's why I get to do that laugh. Genius girl, our next meeting shall be as enemies. Goku's going for it. Goku's going for it. Farewell! Okay. I spin around and take off down the stairs, ignoring her call to stop, like I'd listen to the enemy. Dude, I don't think we know what the fuck's going on. Damn the organization. They must be serious if they're sending an agent like her. I run all the way down to the 4th floor and check behind me. Once I'm convinced Makase Kurisu's not tailing me, I sigh while rubbing my temples. But I can't let them capture me. Well then, what do I do now? My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Nakamichi's research. Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point in going back. I guess I'll just go home. I was about to say, but wait, aren't I forgetting something important? Let's see now, what is it? Did you forget about that other girl? Damn, I left Maruyu behind. Well, I'm glad we figured that out. I knew she'd been a liability. I shouldn't have brought her along. I was trying to prioritize her safety, but got careless. I'll try calling her first. If she's alright, then I can just have her meet me here. With that thought in mind, I take out my phone, I turn it on, and it rings just as I do. He's straight to that pokey with me. An email. It's not just a regular email, there's a video attached. And it's from an unknown address. Oh, that's exciting. Let's open that. I wonder what kind of viruses are in that. I opened the video file with some trepidation. There's nothing but noise. Is this a prank or some sort of Makise Korisyu style attack? Maybe the noise is some sort of make people go crazy frequency? No, wait, I don't remember giving her my mail address, so I'm probably just thinking too hard. I curse myself for being gullible enough to play the video. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyway. I stop the video and call Maruyu's phone from my address book. Damn it, Maruyu, why won't you pick up? Looks like I'll have to go back to the assembly hall. But things will get messy if I bump heads with Makise Kurusu again. Wait, don't tell me. Did that female Fate-tail kidnap Maruyu? Damn you! Is that how the organization operates? Leaving without Maruyu isn't an option! Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me, and there's a very real danger that she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. Maruyu has always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I look around. In a sense, that's why I became Hanunin Koinuma. Well, I've got to get that one down. Hanunin Koinuma. I have to go back for her. Fuck. Women, man. I thought of climbing back up to the 8th floor as depressing, but I have no choice. When I get back to the assembly hall, Dr. Nakamichi's conference is just finished. Nobody is on stage, and the phone inventory has already left. The 20 or so members of the audience are starting to pack up. Oh, there's 20! I thought there was like 10. He did better than I thought. Clearly. Yes, Beast. Let me English. I soon found Maruyu. Well, that's good. She's in the corner, looking lost. Well, at least she wasn't kidnapped. Even better, I don't see Makise Kurusu anywhere. Looks like I scared her off. So be it. I'll let her go this time. Still, I keep my eyes peeled as I run up to Maruyu. Mayuri? Okay. Why don't you pick up? We're leaving. Okay, my Metal ran away! She turns to me with a forlorn expression. What do you mean it ran away? What? It's alive? That's a little hard to believe. I think I dropped it. I see, so she was looking for it. Not like it really matters. And good job, though. Damn it. That's why you don't give kids collectibles. Forget about it. You can always get another one. No way! Metal Upa sell upwards of 100,000 yen online, you know? Wait. What? That thing was worth 10,000 yen and you didn't say nothing? Constant vigilance! That toy was worth that much? Think, Mayuri, where did you drop it? I don't know, that's why I'm looking, and even if we find it, you can't sell it, okay? That's 10,000 yen will fund my research. I said you can't sell it. It even has Mayushi's name on it. Thus begins our search for the Metal Upa. Come out, wherever you are. Mayuri tries calling its name. I don't know if she's truly expecting a response. By the way, is Mayuri's catchphrase. It means Actually, I've never bothered to ask what it means. I'm selling that bitch. I bought you that fucking Oopa, I know. Anyway, the metal Oopa is nowhere to be found. Maybe she didn't drop it in the assembly hall, but on the 7th floor landing near the capsule toy machine. Another possibility is that someone with an eye for rare items pilfered it. Just imagining the smug grin on that person's face makes me writhe in envy. What kind of man steals a helpless girl's toy? Is there nothing in his heart but the lust for money? Sounds like you, Okarin. Whoa, wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. Wow. Okay. Right, too true, do-do-do-do. This is gonna be a fun adventure. That's right. What was that? Was that a scream? I think so. Only the presenter and a few other people are left in the assembly hall. Including Mayuri and me, less than half of the audience remains. Everyone looks at each other anxiously, startled by scream. Even I cannot suppress a shiver. First the explosion on the roof, now this. What's going on here? I don't know. Mayuri squeezes my hand tight. Stay here, Mayuri. I take a deep breath, prepare myself, and head into the direction of the scream. Well, that's always a terrible idea! The echoes lead me down a dark, empty hallway on the same floor. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. I crouch down and turn the corner slowly, keeping my eyes and ears peeled for any sign of danger. And there, at the end of the passage, I see it. There was something on the ground. No, someone. Motionless. Who is it? The clothes are familiar. It can't be. But it is. So there's definitely death! Alright! Oh, right. Makise Kurisu. The 7-year-old is moving her way through the adults. At this rate, all the men over 18 will be in jail by nightfall. Her face is turned away, but I know it's her. The impertinent genius girl I just fought with 10 minutes ago is now face down in a pool of bright red blood. She's dead. No, but why? Suddenly, I realize that I'm shaking. I want to run. Run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. Someone killed Makise Kurisu. There's no other explanation. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else here. Oh, there's a nice scream. I twist around in shock. Some other men have followed me. And every one of them is ghastly pale. They must have seen the body. Yeah, call the police! The man cries out in panic. At this point, everyone else starts screaming and running away. I followed them, of course. There's absolutely no reason to stay here. Concerned for Makise Kurisu and superseded by instinctive urge to flee. When I get back to the assembly hall, Mariu is waiting for me with tears in her eyes. What happened, Okarin? We're leaving. I grab Mariu's hand and run. I race down the stairs, trying to drive the image of Kurisu's dead body from my mind, but I can't. The redness of her blood is burned into my mind, more than the sight of the body itself. That was my first time seeing a dead body. This is what it's like. When I realized that she was dead, I felt chill and terror run in a surge of nausea. But that was all I felt. Fear and disgust. Shouldn't there be something more? I guess I just don't know her that well. I gotta tell you what, I love this music though. We're good. I finally stop once we get out of the main street. Chiodori. My chest pounds, my breathing labored from running down the stairs at full speed. Hey, what happened? You look really pale. Mayuri doesn't seem to comprehend the situation. I guess it's because she didn't see the body. She's not even breathing hard. She looks slow, but she's actually pretty fast on her feet. Someone died. Yeah? I take several deep breaths. The color of that blood still stains my brain, but I've calmed down a bit. Vakise Kurisu is dead. And I don't know who the killer is. Sirens in the distance. I guess an ambulance will be here soon. Then the police will arrive and the area will become a crime scene. But for now, the crowd's milling through... Wow, okay. Akihabara have no idea what has happened. Everyone is going about their business as usual. The never-ending search for the electronics, Mo, and porn. And porn. And we can't forget porn. Just another day in Akihabara. I take my phone out of my pocket, perhaps out of reflex. I'm not sure what I plan to do with it. Oh, I know. My friend Daru. I'll tell him what happened just now, since he knows about Makise Kurisu. Now I have to find the killer and get them killed, then everyday school life will be fine. Right. I suppose it might be disrespectful to the victim. I'm playing Danganronpa tomorrow, Goku, if you would like to join us. But my adrenaline is pumping. I can't make calm decisions after witnessing something like that firsthand. That's how humans are, after all. We're not as special as we like to believe. At the end of the day, we're nothing but dirty, slime-like flesh. Our souls fester like semen left to rot in the womb. That's how we humans are. Well, that's just fluffy bunnies. Holy shit. While wallowing in a bit of angst, I begin to type on my phone. It is straight teenage angst, man. Porn, porn. Porn, porn, porn. Someone stabbed Makise Kurisu. Looked bad. Hope she's okay. Wow. Hope she's okay. Get well soon! Someone's... My God. A flip phone, nerd! I don't know if she was stabbed. That just seems like the most logical explanation, given the amount of blood and the absence of a gunshot. On the other hand, I didn't write that she was dead, even though I'm pretty sure she was. I would love to see my crew again. Well, yeah, I'm playing tomorrow night. So come hang out for sure. I can't exactly explain why I didn't. If I had to say, I guess I felt like writing it down would set it in stone. It might make me feel guilty as well. The thought brings a smirk to my face. It's not like I'm the one who killed her. Why should I feel guilty? I just saw someone's death up close, and only a few minutes later I'm smiling. Am I really that cruel and cold? Well, I am a fiendish mad scientist, so it suits me. I finish typing and place my thumb over the send button, and then I press down. Dun dun dun. Sending. Dun dun. Oh shit, what happened? What happened? What was that? Wait, look around. They're gone. Summer break? Noon? The busiest street in town? Just now, thousands of pedestrians vanished into thin air. Is this a dream? Am I hallucinating? What the fuck? I don't know. Well, I don't either, buddy. You're supposed to know, because I don't. But they're gone. I saw them vanish with my own 2 eyes. I stand petrified, speechless, and alone on the empty street, desperate to find someone, anyone. I look up. And there, at the top of Radican, are painted people sticking up from the 8th floor event hall where we just were. Oh! Well, is a crashed satellite. That doesn't belong there. How was it right? Well! There's no end through this start. As the power to ruins it goes through there is start also to the start. Okay, well. So is this just now the intro? That was like all prologue, I guess, huh? Raisin, what the fuck? Do something. What can Raisin do? Raisin's over here. He's playing Ark. Oh, look, we get to meet people now. That would have been helpful. Why didn't we do this first? She's supposed to be dead. Why is she in the opening credits? Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, no, go back. I like the other one. Raisin cannot save you, sir. I mean, you have to. You have to. So more people are gonna die. Gotcha. At least that's what it looks like. Why are the lolly... Dude, I have no idea. Like I said, I'm running just as blind as you are. I'm just taking it all in. Well, alright! Chapter 1, Time Travel Paranoia. Cool. Oh, hi! Ah, personal space. Hey, you. Can you see us? Yeah? Can any of them be over 18? Please? Who big titty woman on the floor? I don't know. Why won't you answer? I'm asking you a question. Yes, you, on the other side of the monitor. Hi! Yes! Your silence only strengthens my hypothesis. I suppose that from your perspective, it appears that we are the ones inside the monitor. But that's where you're wrong. Are we? For it is you who are inside. Your reality is nothing but lies and shadows. Naturally, that includes you too. Me? Oh shit! We're in the Matrix! True reality is on this side of the screen. Don't believe me? I don't blame you. Few are those who can handle the truth. But no matter, I shall speak in simpler terms, easy enough for even you to understand. Well, don't be an ass! This is the Future Gadget Laboratory, located in the Akibadabra district of Tokyo. We call it simply the lab of our purpose is... We call it simply ... the lab ... Our purpose is to shatter the system and plunge the world into chaos. Hey, fourth wall breaking! Right! Really? You shouldn't do bad things, Okarin. Quiet! I'm a mad scientist, remember? From the station, head down Shirodori until you reach Suichi Nihiro Station, God help me. Then take a left onto Karemabashi Dori. On the alley before the traffic light, you'll find a rundown Oyama building. The lab is on the second floor. From Neptunia. I've heard that one. So we're looking for the Oyama building. Okay. That's all you had to tell me.
Maybe.
I know. Head down Shiodori until you reach Suihirocho Station. Then take a left onto Holy Shit name. Karamebashi. Karamebashi Dori onto the alley before the traffic light. You'll find the run. Alright, we can do this. On the first floor is a store of ill repute called the Brown Tube Workshop. You can't miss it. The deal is exclusively in the CRT monitors. Of all things, can you imagine? Even in the heart of Akiyodabra's electric town, the demands for CRTs is practically non-existent. You should put the camera screen... Ah. I can, and I should. Hold on. Alright, well, hold on, let me do this. Boop. Boop. Alright, let's do that right there. Like I was floating. But the proprietor of Brawn Tube Workshop, Tenjui, is the owner of the building. That's how he can afford to maintain his ridiculously niche hobby shop, even as land value continues to rise. He may seem a rough sort, but he was no match for my charisma. Now the entire second floor is mine for the next to nothing. Mwahaha! Haha. See, I have to wait for him to do it. I digress. The Future Gadget Laboratory is currently experiencing a server shortage of manpower. We welcome dedicated scientists from all fields to apply. As present, our researchers are... Ocarine, you've got to say lab memes, not researchers. Our lab mems, laboratory members, are 3. I am the founder of the Future Gadget Lab, Lab Mem number 1, the insane mad scientist Honen Koyuma. And Brown Tube Workshop, aka Shitter, right. Ocarine is cuter though. Next, we have our resident cosplayer and only female member, Lab Mem number 2, Shina Maru. Oh, you're a cosplayer. Call me Mayushi. I like making costumes more than wearing them. Really? I like wearing them more. And last, we have our resident super hacker, Lab Mem number 3, Hashida Itaru. Stop calling me that. It's super hacker. Duh. Here at the Future Gadget Laboratory, we devise ourselves at the art of invention. Ultimate cosplayer, right. For details, see our lab homepage. Our top priority, of course, is to develop weapons for the war. Oops. Shit. Our arsenal of future gadgets is up to 8, but this is just the beginning. I have a total of 108 inventions to create. Like in that tennis manga, right? I get it. An ultimate chopper lookalike. No, it's the number of earthly desires of mortals, you at-channel junkie. And I thought I told you not to interrupt me when I'm talking. Yeah, I wouldn't want to interrupt you talking to yourself. I'm not talking to myself, can't you see? I'm talking to the person behind the monitor. Ah, he just cringed! What are you grinning about, damn you? You don't even exist outside that monitor. Just say, don't look at me. I don't think that's gonna work. It appears our attempts to communicate have failed. It's sad to see someone so deeply in denial of reality. Maybe they think we're in the game? I doubt it's even occurred to them. But aren't your 2D girlfriends the same way? That's different. Those girls are my wives. Alright, Hifumi. Nobody cares about you, Harum. But Mayushi touched upon a very interesting theme, you know? What if we were actually just characters in a game? Anyway, we can know for sure? No. Come on. Such questions are meaningless. Our time is better spent thinking of ways to destroy the system. Wow. Nice wow. Chunibu, bro. Bro. I step back from the monitor. And there's a llama with a face? Displayed on the screen was the ugly, cute character, Alpaca Man? Why? No. This is not Pokemon. We do not have Alpaca Man. This is a game called Alpaca Man 2 where you speak to Alpaca Man via microphone and watch him react. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally I find the ugly part of the ugly cute to be true. I have many 2D wives, right? I bought it yesterday, 500 yen used, headset included. I turned to Daru with a menacing glare. Shut it, Haka. I'm no Chibuyu patient. It's a shitty Digimon game, right? I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin. I am Hyoinen Kyuma. That's your character's name, right? Oh, Daru, your communication skills are beyond repair. I'll have you know, I go to a ton of offline meets, and I'm always the life of the party. This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashida Itaru, nicknamed Daru. He's a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of the computer, playing games and watching anime. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him, anything's fine as long as it's Mo. 500 yen, like whatever, American. He's the reliable and skilled partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his instances with software and his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well. Ow! The needle bit my finger! Over here, nursing a pricked finger, we have Sheena Mayuri, a 17-year-old high school student, if you can believe it. I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku, nowhere near Daru's level, though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division for women, and today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Why does the Future Gadget Laboratory need costumes for women? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. Still, there's no way I could ever kick her out. After all, she was the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring. She said to me... something. Mayushi is Okurin's hostage. I belong here. Avoid looking up the girl's skirt. Well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation, for she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. I will never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough. Aww. Oh, aren't you still? There's the fluffy bunnies! So did Alpaca Man say anything? Nope. Nothing. The human-faced alpaca inside the monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive you'd think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game. Damn antisocial alpaca. I cursed his name and smacked the TV. As soon as I do... Didn't they do like... Wasn't that like what Hey You Pikachu was? The TV makes a sound like it shorted and then the screen goes blank. I changed the channel. Nothing. Check the power cable. Nothing. Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Bronze Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old. You made Mr. Alpaca angry! Damn, I'll have to get it repaired later. I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. I close my eyes, and what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. Yeah, where everybody fucking disappeared. As I left Radican, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just the people on the streets. The people in the stores, gone. In the restaurants, gone. Even the cars vanished, drivers and all. And it all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were the only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there, breathless, until... What's wrong? Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Hey, you Pikachu! Mayuri has disappeared. She was right there, looking at me with questioning eyes. Everyone's disappeared just now, right? Huh? You saw it too, right? Just now, before our very eyes! Panic took hold as the enormity of what had just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Mayuri from her slender shoulders and shook her. Did you see it, Mayuri? You saw it, right? Huh? Wow, bitch. Mayuri's head flopped back and forth from my shaking. I didn't see anything! You didn't? I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles. You saw nothing. Nothing at all. There were people here a second ago, weren't there? There were? Even the store employees are gone. That's impossible by any measure. Of course they are. Her reply didn't make any sense. It was like this when we got here? Oh, I know! You're seeing things, aren't you? I'm sure it's because of the heat! Doo-doo-doo! How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I realized that she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone brightly through the gaps between Akiba's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radican, where I had just been a moment before. There it was, an enormous machine like some kind of satellite embedded into the roof of the building, where not 5 minutes before, I had found Makisa Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Makise Kurisu might still be in the dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind: what the hell is that satellite doing there? Right before Dr. Nabichi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it, someone had placed a satellite-like machine, shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop. But that's not what I was seeing now. This satellite had penetrated the rooftop of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabichi's presentation conference room had been. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere, somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? Mayuri, about that satellite. Yep, what a surprise, huh? What do you mean? What was a surprise? It made a huge kaplow sound! A huge kaplow. It certainly didn't make a sound, but I don't think it was a kaplow. I'd say it was more like a zzz. Didn't that satellite fall out of the sky? Did it? Do you think any aliens were on board? Had I lost my mind? What I had seen didn't match at all with what Mayuri was saying. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Hey, you two! Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern. What do you think you're doing here? This area is off limits. You have to leave. We're sorry? First, my good man, let's call you Officer A. I have one question. Officer A? Thousands of people have vanished. You saw it too, didn't you? What are you talking about? Get out of here! I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Makise Kurisu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could... Look, I don't have time for your nonsense. The police took me by the upper arm and said, no one got stabbed at Radican. What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcibly led us away. We were escorted up to UPX and released. There were people at UPX, like usual. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chiodori had been blockaded by police so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabichi's presentation really happen? I checked online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radican. All of the major stations in Tokyo, even Toe TV, are running special bulletins about it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chiodori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba's streets, nor about Makise Kurisu's murder. Okay, it's all a mystery. I was like, where'd it go? A mystery. I see, so that's it. From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daru and Marui return and stare. This is all an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence has corrupted local law enforcement, which means that our entire government may already be under their control. My God! But they underestimated me, for I am not so easily played. One day I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favorite soda, from the fridge. This man bleeds Dr. Pepper. Literally. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice-cold drinks are essential. Elixir intellectuals. A drink fit for a genius. Cola's better. Okarin really loves his Dr. P. I pity the man who knows not the greatness of this beverage. Oh! Step through the curtain dividing its center and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, this is strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scrapping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poke Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. All of the windows are here are weather stripped with packing tape, so it's dim. And hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I picked up the lab coat that was lazily draped on the chair and I put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. Yeah, basically you just want to feel like a big shot, exactly. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be. Grudge much? Daru, is the plan progressing smoothly? Huh? What plan? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on the top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models. The plan, as in the plan, obviously, I'm talking about perfecting gadget number 8. Oh, that. How was I supposed to know what you meant? We've known each other for, what, 3 years now? We went to high school together, and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab mentor for 2 months, though. We were in different classes junior year, and actually, we didn't talk at all. So, 2 years? Details. The point is, we've known each other for a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here. N-O-P-E. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of these cool cryptic conversations where we could talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means to accept us. Shot down again. So, are we any closer to figuring out what's wrong with gadget number 8? Not yet. Good talk. So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained in Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Domain, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. Oh, good deal. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident. In other words, serendipity. So allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the Bit Particle Gun. Number 2, the bamboo helicam. Number 3, could this be Aura Aura? 4, mode snake. 5, once again, I've made a worthless object by Gomon. And 6, asylum saber. Anyway, our current problem is future gadget number 8, the phone wave, name subject to change. Phone wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When a future gadget is completed, the 3 of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology or names with hidden meanings that need a little extra explanation to understand. Daru thinks my naming style is too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for the words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. She says they didn't fit in her head. And so, our opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. The phone wave, name subject to change, is, in short, a remote-controlled microwave. You put food into the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Voila! Hot food ready for you on arrival. Why not? So it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave, name subject to change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly ditzy Mayuri had made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1, as usual when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she'd put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause. That's strange. Right. We tried copying what Mayushi did, but we just can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I just don't get it. Why did the banana turn out weird? Well, hello, Pumbaa. Nice of you to join us. Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again. Bring forth the bananas! Are you gonna turn them into gelbanas again? That's been bugging me, Mayushi. Can you stop calling them gelbanas? But gelbanas are gelbanas. I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave, name subject to change. Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food. Your stinginess could cost us the battle with the organization. That's fine with me. Mayushi always buys the bananas and now Mayushi can't eat a single one. Next time we'll only do 1 banana. But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. She's complaining about her lack of bananas. The phone wave, name subject to change, is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone tapped onto it. Cool. The number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? Check pants and coats. Let's press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone and make a call to the phone wave, name subject to change. It allows to confirm the controller settings from config on the system menu. Cool. Well, how do... Button and call the cell phone. Okay, so what's the button? Let's press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone and make a call to phone wave. Cool. What, you wanna... Oh, okay, cool. It's like you wanna... Load, save, load... Close menu. Okay, well, no, maybe not. Alright, well... Whoa, what the hell? Go back.
Are you breaking it?
Yeah, kinda. Really? Could you? I say I've done config. What? Zip, sync. What's config? You already did one who said? Like, I don't know which one it wants me to hit. What the fuck? That is it. She said that's where normal games have controller. Right. My point made.
What? If you needed to hook up the controller to do it.
No, I don't think we have to hook up the controller. I don't know. It's telling me to do shit and then not telling me how to do it.
That's what I mean by gamer experience. You normally don't have to be told how to play a game.
Well, I didn't expect to have to be told how to play the game.
You have key button options. If you go into your menu and options, it tells you what buttons do what.
You. Just keeps looping through. Look, here's Raisin.
What's the problem? What are you trying to do?
Oh, thank you. I've hit like every. I was like literally sitting here doing this. What the fuck?
Z?
Yeah. I literally sat here and did this.
That looks like a phone.
Yeah, no, we were looking for the fucking phone. I was like, what button's the phone? I literally sat here and did this. Raisin comes over, hits 2 buttons. Fuck my life. She needs to suffer. It will only make her better. Okay, great. So, okay.
That's what I mean by, like, gamer sense, baby. You know? You don't have that gamer sense from having played video games for 20 fucking years. 27 years.
Well. Please don't drop your battery into, like, the cup of water.
No, iPhone 7 for the year, so.
Woo! iPhone 7. Wow. Mail rate. So we can actually, like, change the shit on here? Why?
Why not?
What?
Why not?
I know, it actually, like, lets you change your phone shit on your address book. Phone wave. There we go. Woo! Now we're connected! Hello, this is the phone wave, name subject to change. I'll probably actually add that in there. This is the voice of Mayushi's guidance, the system Daru programmed to operate the phone wave. Do you hear Mayushi's voice? Be quiet, I'm trying to listen. You can operate the timer from this menu. After pushing the hashtag button, please enter the heating time in seconds. For example, press hashtag 60 for 1 minute. For 2 minutes, press hashtag 20. Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave, name subject to change, to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120 hashtag. Okay, 1, 2. That should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on Mariu's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The phone wave, named subject to change, comes to life. The turntable begins to rotate. Nice turntable, right? It's even spinning backwards. Backwards! I never noticed that. That might have serious implications if we look at quantum critical behavior driven by Hund's rule. Yeah, no. Not Hund's rule? No. Oh, okay. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mariu takes the bananas out. Jalbana's are ready! Oh, why did you waste perfectly good bananas? The bananas have become not bananas. Gelatinous blobs coated with a thin membrane. After Mariu discovered that the phone wave, named subject to change, had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. And I know. It just gets more confusing each time. You wouldn't mind eating one of these, would you? Of course you wouldn't. It's for science. Your sacrifice will forever be remembered. They look really nasty. The taste doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat it. So come on, Daru. No need to be shy. Break a leg or a stomach and go for it. No way. Fine, Mayuri. The honor shall be yours. But Jalbanas are all loopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Wait, she already tried one? It had no flavor and wasn't tasty at all. Gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Daru, what do you think? Soft and squishy bananas, huh? Soft and squishy banana. Mayuri says your banana's all soft and squishy for me. Why do you have a nose? Daru-kun, your nose is bleeding. Please just say it. Your banana's all... you... I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Your banana's all soft and... Don't make her say that, you perv! Just like freaking Teru, man. Daru retreats after I hit it with a tissue box. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway. They're gelatinous, a semi-solid state of matter. In other words, there is a possibility that the inner molecules' bonds were weakened. What could have partially liquefied the bananas? I've got it. I turned to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle. Then I crossed it out and slapped the board with my hand. What we thought was a freezing function is actually something else. A bold statement if I say so myself. So why is it anyone surprised? Now's the time to shout. What do you say? Come on, don't be shy. Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably doesn't even understand half of what I said. We already knew that. Oh. The problem is we don't know what it is we're doing or why it's doing it. First dick joke and Haley's already done. Great. If it's the opposite of freezing, then couldn't it be thawing them? What a silly question, Mayuri. What we're describing is just a normal microwave. Then what is it? We don't know, and that's the problem. He's right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Daru and I to head to Daibiru. Head to Daibiru. There's going to be a semester at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at the Tokyo Densky University. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. Behind me is the large, unified object that crashed into a building near Akirahama Station. The building is under police barricade. No one is allowed to approach, but from a distance, the object appears to be some kind of satellite. As we cross the overpass that connects UPX and Dahibiru, I look down and see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see in around Akiba. Everyone is walking towards the main street, which is still coned off. Daru, aren't you going to check out Radican? No point. Can't get close. I've been following the news online, though. There's already 100 threads about it at channel. It's huge, man. Oh, so that's why he's been staring at his phone earlier. We entered Daibiru and took the elevator to the 5th floor, ATF Assembly Hall. Man, feel that AC, I'm alive! Unlike the lab, Daibiru has air conditioning, yet another reason for our diligent participation in the summer. About the phone wave, name subject to change, I might have found our answer. You know that name subject to change thing is really annoying. I won't give in that easily. Even if no other lab members use name subject to change, I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. Now's not the time. So what's your latest ridiculous theory? What do you mean ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility. Even those a lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call that ridiculous. So basically you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. Daru, I have a hunch that the phone wave, name subject to change, may be the key to opening Steins Gate. How's that? Steins what? You lost me back at ridiculous, man. A chime signals our arrival at the 5th floor. The elevator doors open slowly as we step out of the elevator. We made somebody moan. I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm sorry. Right. Rintaro. It's a girl, and I recognize her. Rules. You. Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. What the fuck, man? Makise Kurisu. Is there something wrong? Kurisu frowns and tries to back away, but I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow! You should be dead! Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes, and they're the same ones that she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. That hand 29 inches away from her boobs, right? Hey, that hurts, let me go! Kurisu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a wary glare. I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief. What's wrong with you? You're okay, but that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. You were lying in a pool of blood. That again. Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean, again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. You know, that message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it, which means it came from the future. It came from the future? That sounds like something you read on the internet. That's rare for you to talk about something so ridiculous. No, the date was definitely a week later. It came from the 28th. Wait, that's today. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. He's right, the email was sent from my phone. He received it on July 21st at 12:56, but it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. It was split into 3 mails. Someone stab Bede Makise Kurisu. Don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? And it looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content, though. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. But I sent 1 mail, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago? Interesting. Suddenly, Kisuru is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh right, the email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I'm a mad scientist. I timidly reach out to Kurisu's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky. Quite the cuticles. Substance. She has substance. Of course she's not a ghost. How silly of me. Maybe we shouldn't poke her. I don't think that's a good idea. I poke Kurisu's cheek with my fingers. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one. Hey. Wait a minute. We were already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulder before being pushed away. And I still doubted that she had substance? That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Radican? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations just like that mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. Boobs! I grab the hem of her blouse and slowly lift it. Are you trying to get yourself arrested? I just want to know the truth. I stared straight back at Kurisu just as the trembled with anger and lifted her blouse a little higher.
I'm gonna go up to some girl and just be like,
What truth, you perv, you stupid? Wanna die? She pushes my hand away. Louise-chan's famous line for the win. Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurisu. I know what I saw. No way! Did you just see my underwear? Kurisu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down. No, you fool, not that! Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabichi's presentation, someone killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explained everything that I saw. Right. What are you talking about? I reckon Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled. Cancelled? Yeah, because of the satellite crash. Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mariu's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy? Excuse me, my name is... Right. Hyonin Kyoma! Really, man? You're hopeless. Okay, Hoden-san. I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying, but I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out from the assembly hall. Yeah, I saw the beautiful white with the teddy print on him. Oh, right, thank you. Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room. We should go too. Go where? To hear the lecture? Duh. Oh, that. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius Makise Kurisu need to attend a lecture like this? Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. She came to give it. Right. Beast, come get up on this. I'd like to thank everyone for coming here to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius, Makise Kurisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. Beast! She turned 18 a few days ago! That's your in. That's your in. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a Gossip magazine article.
About how I found you.
What?
about how I found you, not
Right.
chapter 18.
That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I'd forgotten all about it. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. And Kurisu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I returned her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever. I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radican how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Time travel? Oh no. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection! Oh, here we go. I shall fap guilt-free tonight. That's good. Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, had startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drive. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Oh, Karin, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay, it's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I have heard all about the cosmic string theory, at least. Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory. Tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, says some laser theory, elemental particle ring and laser theory, and Dirac antiparticle theory. Right, Goku. Not bad. Perhaps Makise Kurisu is a worthy rival after all. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with a 12th model? Right, well... It could be contradicted by the 13th model, now couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touché, genius girl. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed-up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone were to go to Hyundai Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionth of a second farther into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at near the speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand? Why are you singling me out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kurisu wants to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now a professor calmly makes an objection. True, Makise Kurisu's example isn't exactly time travel per se, but I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. The genius girl readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old would panic and refute by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet, Makase Kirisu's given off an aura of gusto that says, I can take this guy on. Then what about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? That's not time travel either. This time, it's a nearby student who objects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kurisu look a little nervous just now? Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. A string-shaped crevice? That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. When you pass through an area of angular deficit, transit time becomes 0. Now we applied this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. God, this is educational as shit. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you arrived revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves. 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they may be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move them at near light speed. How much energy do you think you would need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. This earns a few chuckles from the audience.
1.21 gigawatts.
What?
1.21 gigawatts.
Yep. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. Looks like Doctor Who is having a field day with this, right? What do you think? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time. Looks like Heinous doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. So we need 21 gigawatts in a DeLorean, right? By the way, Heinous-san, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. We don't know what the car name is. It's a DeLorean. Whew, I got it right. I sigh inwardly in relief. There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from a supergravity, that collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Kurisu raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist grasping force so that I can't squish anymore. Kurisu opens her fists. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes impossible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light, and once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How? According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So, if Yun-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Hiroshima effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more, since the transit time is 0. Honen-san will return to Akihabara several years into the past. Time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic stream travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist. So, implementation of either would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now, do you see what I mean when I say that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler? Like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use, or something? I'm afraid not. A firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved. You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass. The mass of the entire universe is constant, and if a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though. If you think that conservation of mass applies to macrosystems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? Oh, she's laughing at my reaction. That little... God, mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born? As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.0000001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this is the logical conclusion? There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds or a self-consistency principle, but those seem much like fantasy for me to accept. I grind my teeth. When I see Makase Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but concede. Makase Kurisu truly is a genius. All right. Whew. Well, good deal, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I've still got work to do and dinner.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
I said, oh yeah, I forgot you have schoolwork.
Yes, but this is awesome. I love this fucking game. We will for sure pick this back up. I guess next Tuesday. I guess on Tuesdays I'm going to stream this game. We'll stream Steins Gate. And then tomorrow on Wednesdays we will stream Danganronpa. I love it, the Danganronpa. This is a lot of reading.
Story.
I know.
Story.
I know. This is like... This game is dope. I know. I love it. Like, golly. You like have to like pay attention, dude. I feel like we're learning so much. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and checking out this game with me. It's been fantastic. We will definitely be picking this back up. But until then, I will see you tomorrow for Danganronpa, which is excellent. So, Pumbaa bids you good night. Raisin bids you good night. I bid you good night. I do it better, though. So, I will see you guys later.
So she